What is up everyone, Movie Wayne back again with another ranking video, and today I'm going to be ranking all 4 Scream movies from worst to best, and I have reviewed each one of these movies. If you want to check them out, the link will be down below. There are spoilers in those videos, they are in-depth reviews, and there might be a few spoilers here just to let you know. Now I say worst to best, but Scream is quite a consistent franchise, you know, there isn't a real bad egg in there, and some franchises you get that, like Freddy's Dead or Halloween Resurrection, but this is quite a consistent series. I had fun with each one of these movies and revisiting the franchise as a whole, so let's just get to it. In 4th place, so coming in at number 4, we do have Scream 3, and this is usually everyone's views on this franchise, that Scream 3 is the weakest, but it still had a few good things going for it. I like the introduction of Maureen Prescott's history. That was a good, interesting idea to bring to the franchise, because we didn't really know too much about her, but she was a big pawn in this Ghostface killer's game. And the setting on the Stab 3 movie set was quite a good idea, just not executed as well as it should have been. And it had a strong opening like the first 2 movies that came before it. It just had more problems than positives, or more negatives than positives, should I say. The characters that were brought to this one, not the returning characters but the newer ones, they weren't really likeable or I could relate to them. Most of the kills were just not very well thought out, just very simple, not an original, and the killer for me just wasn't great. It wasn't a great reveal and it just dragged on forever. And in most of the Scream movies you can guess who the killer is, but I felt like it cheated me here a little bit, because we see Roman dead and the movie is basically telling us he's dead, and next minute he's the killer, so it sort of tricks the audience, which I didn't like, because these are whodunit slasher movies after all. But in 4th place is going to be Scream 3. Coming in at 3rd place is going to be Scream 2. A few people might disagree with that, and that's fair enough. This is a solid sequel. I had a lot of fun with this movie. Neve Campbell really grew on me in this one. I wasn't a massive fan of it in the first. I haven't hid that fact, but she grew on me in this one, as she did in all the movies. And there's a great opening scene in the cinema. Sarah Michelle Gellar's death is a real good tense build-up with the killer on the phone. And I like the fact that it was all set on a college campus. It was really a fun movie. The only real problem was the reveal for me. It just seemed to drag on and over-explain things from the killers when they should have just been getting on with killing Sidney Prescott. But Scream 2 is a solid sequel, and most sequels tend to be terrible. This was not terrible at all. It was a very, very decent sequel. So yeah, coming in at 3rd is Scream 2. Coming in on 2nd place is going to be Scream 4. I remember watching this back in 2011 when it was first released, and I had a great time with this movie. And upon rewatch, this was only my 2nd rewatch of the film, but I always remember Jill being the killer, and I totally forgot there was 2 killers in this movie. And halfway through, Jill's getting chased by the killer, or a friend is being killed over the road, and Jill is actually watching it. And I was thinking, I thought Jill was the killer. I totally forgot that Charlie was the other one. So that done a great job of masking the killer in this one. The fact that I'd seen it and still could not remember who the killer was. And I spoke to my friend, Tom, who always comments on these videos, and he said he had the exact same experience. He totally forgot there was another killer. So I think Scream 4 does a good job of masking the killer and keeping you guessing. And Jill is a complete psychopath when she's unveiled. It was maybe the best reveal in the whole franchise, to be honest, because there's no over-explaining. Jill just gets on with it and wants to kill everyone. She's a real psychopath. And I thought that was a brilliant performance from Emma Roberts, But this is more simplified. It just goes back to Woodsboro and just simplifies the whole thing. And that's what these movies have to be, just simplified slasher films. That's what we all want. And Scream 4 done a good job, considering it's the 4th in the franchise and I've put it 2nd. Says a lot of things for that movie, but 2nd place is Scream 4. Coming in at number 1, guys, is going to be the original Scream 1. Yes, I'm sure when you clicked on this video, you already knew that was going to be the answer anyway, but that is because it's the best. And, this started a new trend of horror movies. Not quite to every horror fan's taste, but I kind of like what they done, the way they parodied horror movies, and but this whole meaning, explaining the rules of horror movies and what you shouldn't do if you want to survive. you know, it was a really interesting take on the horror genre. I love Stewie and Bill in this as killers. Stewie and Billy in this as killers, you know, especially Stewie. He just makes this movie for me. He's a fantastic character. And I just love the way he's just over the top, but it's never annoying. And how can you forget the first scene in this movie? Not just the best horror opening of all time, in my opinion, but definitely one of the best movie openings of all time in any genre. If I was doing a top 10, it would be in there for opening scenes, you know. And Drew Barrymore was just all over the posters in this, and she's just killed off straight away. It was a shocking scene, but a really good one. And, you know, Wes Craven really brought something to the horror genre with this. He invented the ghost face killer, and he invented Freddy Krueger as well. So, yeah. Number 1, guys, is gonna be Scream 1. Okay guys, I hope you all enjoyed this ranking video. I might be doing a ranking of the Ghostface killers as well, because there's 4 movies and 7 Ghostface killers. So I just thought that might be a little fun video to do. I'll probably do that sometime next week. But if you want more ranking videos, top 10s, in-depth reviews of old horror movies, old movies in general, if you want to subscribe, you know, I will be putting them videos out in future. And if you want to comment about the Scream movies, guys, let me know down below. I will reply to every single one of you, I promise. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. I had a great time watching this series, and I hope you enjoyed the reviews too and this ranking video. Take it easy, and I'll see you all in the next video.